Hello sports fans, welcome to Super Sports Central. Today we have my Week 15 NFL predictions. So last week I had a record of 8-5, which brings my overall record on the season to 116-76. Starting off this week on Thursday Night Football, we have the Seahawks hosting the 49ers. This is a big game for both sides, especially in the NFC West race. They're currently separated by 2 games, and the 49ers will clinch the NFC West with a win. But speaking of the 49ers, their third-string quarterback Brock Purdy was banged up in the win over the Buccaneers, and he was limited in practice with a oblique and rib injuries listed as questionable this week. The 49ers will also be without Deebo Samuel, and this game is extremely tough to predict. The Seahawks have been good, but the defense hasn't been great lately. I'm very, very tempted to take the Seahawks at home here in a big game, but if the Seahawks defense isn't good, then the offense is going to need to put up a good amount of points to beat the 49ers, and that is very difficult to do against a elite 49ers defense, so I'll take the 49ers winning this one 24-16. Moving to the games on Saturday, we have the Vikings hosting the Colts. So the Vikings can clinch the NFC North with a win or tie in this game, or a Lions loss or tie. So the Vikings definitely looking to lock up the North and clinch a playoff spot. Now the Colts, they have not been good under interim head coach Jeff Saturday. They're coming off a bye, but they've lost 3 straight. The Vikings defense hasn't been great this season, but I don't think the Colts have the ability to beat the Vikings. Vikings win this game easily, 28-13. Up next, we have the Ravens visiting the Browns. So the Ravens have a very interesting quarterback situation. Lamar Jackson's unlikely to play with a knee sprain. Backup Tyler Huntley suffered a concussion last week, so we don't know if he'll be able to go. And if Huntley can't go, then it will be undrafted rookie Anthony Brown at quarterback for the Ravens. This is another game I could see going either way. The Browns will look to run the football with Nick Chubb, but they face a great Ravens rush defense, only allowing 81 yards per game on the ground. And now they do have Deshaun Watson back, but he's not been very good since returning. I could see this game going either way. I'll take the Browns getting the win because the Ravens offense doesn't have many weapons on the outside. And they really need that difference maker at quarterback. So I'll take the Browns 23-17. In the final Saturday game, we have the Bills hosting the Dolphins. So this is a big game for both sides. The Dolphins are looking to get back on track after losing back-to-back games. The Bills could lock up a playoff spot this week with a win. Both teams haven't been great offensively lately, but the difference for these two teams is the Bills have been great defensively, while the Dolphins' defense hasn't been amazing over the past few games. I could see this game going either way. I have the Bills winning and punching their tickets to the postseason, defeating the Dolphins, winning by a score of 30-23. Moving to Sunday's games, we have the Bears hosting the Eagles. So this game features an exciting quarterback duel between two quarterbacks who could make plays with both their arms and their legs. Justin Fields is essentially the only good thing the Bears have, and they face the best team in the NFL, is coming off a game where they just destroyed the Giants. The team is currently sitting in the playoff spot. The Eagles win this game, put up enough points. Justin Fields and the Bears offense won't be able to keep up. I have the Eagles easily winning this game 35-16. Up next, we have the Saints hosting the Falcons. So the Falcons will be starting Desmond Ridder here as he's making his first career NFL start. Both teams are still alive in the NFC North race and the playoff race, surprisingly. The Saints have been okay at home this season. They're 3-4, and Andy Dalton also plays better at home with a touchdown-to-interception ratio of 7-2 at home. I think this game's going to be a lower-scoring game, defensive battle, but I have the Saints winning and spoiling Desmond Ridder's debut as the Saints win 20-16. Up next, we have the Lions visiting the Jets. So this is a surprisingly big game for both teams. The Lions have been hot lately, winning 5 of their last 6 games, and they've gotten themselves into the NFC playoff hunt. The Jets are coming off a loss to the Bills where Mike White suffered a rib injury, but it seems like he's going to be good to go this week. And now this is a game with a very interesting matchup. You have a good Lions offense against a good Jets defense, so that's going to be a very interesting matchup to watch. But I'm going to stick with the team that's hot right now in the Lions, and I think they're going to win this game, winning by a score of 29-23. Moving on, we have the Panthers hosting the Steelers. So the Steelers also have an interesting quarterback situation. Kenny Pickett suffered a concussion last week, so we don't know if he's going to be playing. The Panthers, they're coming off a win over the Seahawks, and they've been leading on the run game lately, and it's worked for them. But they face a solid Steelers run defense and a good defense overall. For me, this game depends on the status of Kenny Pickett. If he plays, I think the Steelers can win it, because if he's not going to play, Mr. Trubisky, he threw 3 picks last week, replacing Pickett once he left. So if Kenny Pickett plays, I trust him to lead the Steelers to victory, so Steelers 24-19. If Pickett doesn't play, I'll take the Panthers 22-14. Up next, we have the Jaguars hosting the Cowboys. The Cowboys play an AFC South opponent for the third straight week. They play the Colts. Then they play the Texans, and now the Jaguars. And now it's also interesting to see how they're going to perform because they destroyed the Colts, barely got by the Texans, and now they play the Jaguars. The Jaguars are coming off a great offensive performance where they put up 36 points. Trevor Lawrence threw for 368 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now the Cowboys defense is good, and I do think this will be a high scoring game. Even though the Cowboys have a good defense, I still think the Jaguars will be able to score points. But I think the Cowboys will end up getting the win, winning by a score of 34-28. Up next, we have the Texans hosting the Chiefs. So the Chiefs could clinch the AFC West this week with a win or a Chargers loss. And this game shouldn't be close. The Chiefs are one of the best teams in the NFL, and the Texans are one of the worst teams. Now, the Texans might continue to play quarterback Jeff Driscoll after he was elevated to the active roster. He played last week, and he actually played the same amount of snaps as Davis Mills. So now I think the Chiefs could expect the two-quarterback system. Unlike the Cowboys, they kind of caught the Cowboys off guard a little bit last week. But I think the Chiefs should easily win this game. And clinch the division, Chiefs win 35-14. Up next, we have the Broncos hosting the Cardinals. So this is a game where these two teams both have quarterback injuries. The Cardinals lost Kyler Murray to a torn ACL, and the Broncos might be without Russell Wilson as he has a concussion. So Colt McCoy will start for the Cardinals against either Russell Wilson or backup Brett Rypien. Hopefully I said his name correctly. So this game's extremely tough for me to predict. The Broncos have an elite defense, and I don't think the Cardinals will have a ton of offensive success against a good Broncos defense and with Colt McCoy at quarterback. But the Broncos offense isn't great with Russell Wilson, and if he doesn't play, they're just going to be awful. So if Russell Wilson plays, I'll take the Broncos 16-10 because he's coming off one of his better performances this season, actually his best performance. If Wilson doesn't play, I'll take the Cardinals 13-6. Up next, we have the Raiders hosting the Patriots. So Josh McDaniels against Bill Belichick. The Raiders are coming off a loss to the Rams where they allowed a 98-yard game-winning drive. The Patriots really need to win this game and to win as much as possible as they're currently sitting in the last playoff spot. So they need to continue to win if they want to have a chance at the playoffs. I don't think this game will be all that good. I have the Patriots winning because they're pretty good defensively. And I think they should be able to slow down the Raiders' rushing attack and passing attack. And the Patriots' offense still isn't good, but I think they're going to do enough here to get the win. Patriots win this one 24-20. Moving on, we have the Titans visiting the Chargers. This is another very difficult game to predict with playoff implications. The Chargers are the first team out in the AFC, and they need to keep winning. They're coming off a big win over the Dolphins, and they will keep rolling against the Titans. And this is a Titans team that was not very good a week ago in a loss to the Jaguars. And now the Titans, they're a run-first team with Derrick Henry, and they face the Chargers, who have struggled to stop the run, giving up 147 rushing yards a game. And now, while the Chargers struggled to stop the run, the Titans have struggled to stop the pass this season. And Justin Herbert is coming off his best game of the season, where he threw for 367 yards. And he's also got his two top targets, Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, healthy. So I think both teams could have offensive success if they attack the opposing team's weakness. But I'll take the Chargers getting a win. They really need to get the win here to continue their playoff push, and they'll get the win here over the Titans, winning 28-24. Up next, we have the Bengals visiting the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are coming off a terrible loss to the 49ers. The offense struggled against an elite defense, and the Bengals' defense isn't quite as good as the 49ers' defense, but their defense is massively underrated, and is a big reason why the Bengals have been so good this season. Obviously, the offense is good, but the defense only allows 20 points a game. So now the Buccaneers need to keep winning to hold their lead in the NFC South, but I don't think they're going to be able to get the win here, as the Bengals will win this one 28-19. Up next, we have Sunday Night Football. We have the Giants visiting the Commanders. So we will have a live watch party for this game, starting about 8:10 Eastern Time on Sunday. So I'm viewing this as a must-win game for the Giants. They haven't been great lately. In fact, they have only one win in their last 6 games. And they've been able to hold on to the playoff spot. They currently hold the last playoff spot in the NFC. But they really need this game against a divisional opponent to show they can get back to their winning ways. The Giants also need to fix things defensively because they haven't been great lately. And for the Commanders, they're coming off a bye, and they're home for this matchup after tying the Giants 2 weeks ago. But I'll take the Giants winning this one in what I'm viewing as a must-win game for the Giants, and they will defeat the Commanders on Sunday Night Football, winning 24-20. And finally, Monday Night Football, we have the Rams visiting the Packers. So we will also have a live watch party for this game starting about 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday. So both teams have been very disappointing this season and have not lived up to preseason expectations. The Rams will likely start Baker Mayfield as he led them on a game-winning 98-yard drive against the Raiders last week after being on the team for 2 days. The Packers are a team that needs to win out if they want any chance at the playoffs, and they still only finished 9-8. And that includes this week. They're home against the Rams team that's been really disappointing. I think they're going to get the win on Monday Night Football, the Packers, that is. And the Packers win this one 26-21. So those are my Week 15 NFL predictions. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you agree with my predictions, disagree, and why. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any of their upcoming videos. And also make sure to check out the community tab of my channel where you guys can vote on who you think will win some of this week's big games. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I do my best to post as often as possible, and I will see you in the next video.